In this video, we're going to be talking about 4 benefits of quitting sugar. Yo, welcome back to another episode here at Sobriety University. This channel, we discuss sobriety and recovery related topics. So in this video today, we're going to be talking about 4 benefits of quitting sugar. Now, there are a lot of benefits and it would take years to go through them all, so we're just going to go through 4 today. And these are the big 4, the ones that I really noticed firsthand, and the ones that I think about first off when I think about some of the benefits. So before we dive in, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Really helps the channel, and it's really cool also to see how many people are going through this, whether it be addiction to this or that. A lot of people are commenting like their day counts and stuff, which is really cool and super motivating to know that other people are going through this and that we're not alone. So let's dive right in. So number 1 is going to be weight loss. Now, quitting sugar can be a great little strategy for anyone that's trying to get in shape real quick or lose an extra couple pounds for maybe a wedding, maybe like a certain party, anniversary, graduation, or high school reunion, anything like that where maybe one wants to just tighten up a little bit. And how this works is that sugar is a carbohydrate. So a carbohydrate stores insulin, which gets stored in the kidneys, and the kidneys hold on to extra water, extra salt, and that's kind of where some of that puffiness, some of that bloat comes from. And so when we quit sugar, that stuff starts to flush out, and so a lot of excess water weight can drop real quick. And I found that to be a great motivator when I first started. Like, oh, it was like a little bonus. Like, hey, you will get rewarded for this effort. Obviously, there are more long-term benefits that take a while to kick in. This is one of the short ones, though, that definitely can keep one going. And so when I started, hand to God, it was absolutely crazy. I've lost 14 pounds in 11 days, and I'm already kind of like a skinny guy, so I was really shocked. I weighed in at 172, and then weighed in 11 days later, and it wasn't like intentional, like I wasn't like tracking weight or anything. I was just curious. I was like at the gym and just like, hey, wonder how much I weigh, and it was 158. I was just like, holy crap, like it's insane. I just lost 14 pounds, and so I definitely noticed the face started to thin out a little bit, and that was like kind of nice, to be honest. And so yeah, that was a huge benefit. The first one anyway is weight loss. So number 2 is going to be taste buds change, and this was a really cool one that I was not expecting. Kind of came out of left field, and I feel super appreciative that it did happen, because one of the big worries I had before quitting was that, oh no, is food going to suck? Am I ever going to enjoy food again? Because I do like food, and it's one of the great pleasures of life. And so I did feel some fear that I wouldn't be able to enjoy it again, because I'd just be eating plain crap all day and never taste anything again. And what I found was that since I wasn't pumping the taste buds so much with artificial sweeteners like jacked up to like an 11, that the natural essence of it came back. The natural essence of the taste buds came back, and it started to pick up on little nuances in food that I had never experienced before, and then stuff that I never would have thought would have flavor to them, like broccoli, a lot of veggies, kale even. Kale definitely has like a flavor to it that I was not aware of before, because again, all I was acclimated to was pure sweetness. And so all foods have sugar in them, and this is something I didn't know when I first started out. And obviously, like in stuff like veggies and stuff, it's going to be very small. It's there though, and it does make a difference, and it definitely started to come out a little bit when I started to let go of the sugar. So stuff even like chicken, like all meats and stuff, fish, all stuff that I used to like dump sauce on, all started to taste really good, and I really enjoy it today. It's just like a great habit that has come out of it too. So it's like a triple bonus, and then the third part of that bonus is that I save money, because I'm not going out to eat all the time and spending tons of money on like cookies and yeah. So a lot of benefits coming from just this one. And it's just kind of cool. Taste buds change. So number 3 is going to be mood stabilization and anxiety decrease. Now, these were really big because I think a lot of folks, including self, that have gone through addiction and stuff, we struggle with emotional regulation. And I know personally that when I quit smoking, which was the first addiction I had, smoking weed and drinking, I really sought out like therapy hard because I was trying to, and even before that I quit too, because I was trying to figure out how to get rid of this anxiety, this intense depression and all that. And I saw a lot of things, medication, quitting more stuff. And I found this was almost like the icing on the cake, because when I'm eating sugar and I have these huge mood spikes because I'm like craving it and I'm getting that excitement, that's like the come up, and then I eat it and I feel that peak of just like, wow, like the sugar rush. And then the thing I did ignore was the crash. Like that was what I was in denial about. And every time that would happen, I would basically go back to zero, which is like no chemicals, zero dopamine, whatever, zero serotonin, because I just wanted more sweets. And it would just like this ebb and flow ride of waves would just come like all throughout the day. And that's how I lived life for most of life, really. And so when I quit doing that, the waves started to smooth out a little bit. Life's a lot more gentle, and obviously there's like little bigger waves that come now and then. Like it's not perfectly like even, which would be kind of weird anyway. It's just a lot more smoother. Like think of the analogy of an ocean. It's like a calm day. Obviously the water's still moving. It's not like completely stagnant. However, there's not these huge waves that are like knocking people over and stuff. And that was the hugest benefit, I think, out of all these that I've noticed, is that I just feel calm on like a regular basis. And that's kind of the baseline now. And then going into the second part of this is with decreased anxiety, because of course that excitement isn't getting jacked up, and I'm not having these huge waves anymore, and so there's less anxiety, and that's been really nice. And it's one of the huge benefits of quitting sugar is just decreased anxiety and feeling a lot more calm. Relationships have improved because I can actually listen now, and I talk a lot about this a lot in other videos. Is just that a lot of the a big benefit of quitting really anything is that anxiety kind of always gets a little better, in terms of that it gets a little less, and that trickles into relationships every time. Because one of the big struggles I had with relationships was that I would get so anxious, I'd be so eager to talk, and I just wouldn't listen. I just couldn't. It was like impossible, and it was all about self and just very selfish. And that is, again, a part of addiction that maybe is a little tougher to look at. However, when that addiction is gone, then we can actually be present with other people, and it's just such a blessing. And it's definitely something that has kept me going on addiction recovery path. It's just the improved relationships. I think if relationships still sucked, I wouldn't continue on with this, because it would just be like, wow, relationships still suck, and I don't get to use it anymore. Boo. So now that if relationships get better, at least it counteracts the fact that I don't get to use it anymore. And so coming full circle here, without the sugar, again, less anxiety, mood's gotten better, huge win. So again, feel free to comment down below what you experience when you don't eat sugar, if any of that changes for you in terms of your mood, anxiety, depression. We'd love to hear about it, and I'm sure others would too. It's great to get some conversation going. So with that, we'll go into number fourth and final here, and that is going to be less sickness. Now, this is one that has been awesome, and again, was not expecting this. As I break it down here, it's going to make total sense, because it's almost obvious. It's like so simple, it's obvious. And this one's a blessing in disguise. Was not expecting this, and obviously with this last year and stuff, couple years, it's been really nice just to know that I'm probably not going to get sick. Like, let's go. So how does this work? Well, I may be asking, like, how do you know you're not going to get sick? Well, I don't. And with the sugar anyway, I found the correlation to be that when an illness gets into the body, it needs something to feed on. It needs something to grow. It's a bacteria, basically, and it needs something to plant its eggs, or what. I don't think illnesses plant eggs, but you know what I'm saying. To germinate, and sugar is a great thing. Sugar, carbs, just really grease, like all that, just like, to be honest, filth. Diseases love that, and it can really thrive, it can really grow on that, kind of incubate. And without the sugar, what I found is like I'm just like a terrible host for illnesses. And so I got sick once last year for like a day. I've gotten a couple of sore throats. And when I say sore throats, I mean I woke up with a sore throat, I took some vitamin C, and by the afternoon, it was gone. Because again, the illness can't even survive, it just dies. A lot of studies have shown that sugar has a direct link with cancer. And when people stop eating sugar, their cancer starts to go into remission, which is freaking nuts. And so knowing that too, like quitting sugar means that there's gonna be a less chance of that I develop cancer down the road. Oh, it's just a huge weight off the shoulder, and I feel like I can breathe and just, again, really fully enjoy life now because I don't have that pressure on it. I did not get the COVID once, really didn't get sick, and I was out every single day in grocery stores because that's what I did for work. Around people. I was playing basketball in a gym. We were all breathing heavy. Most people weren't wearing a mask or anything, and I'm here. So. Knock on wood, that I don't get like sick after I post this video. However, again, just something really, really awesome benefit is that there's less sickness, and again, super appreciative. So with that, I think that is going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you anyone who stayed for the whole thing. Really appreciate it. And again, feel free to share this video with anyone who you know might be trying to quit sugar. It can be very helpful. I found YouTube to be a great resource in overcoming certain issues, including addiction and stuff. So likes, comments, subscriptions, always appreciated. And again, feel free to get some combos going in the comments below about what your experience with sugar or any addiction has been. I'll post another video at the end of this about caffeine and marijuana, because I know both of those deal with sugar, and obviously you get munchies when you eat weed. So I know when I was smoking weed, I would eat a ton of sugar. And also when I drank caffeine, a lot of the drinks I had a lot of sugar. So they all kind of correlate, or they all kind of intertwine, I guess. And so have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon. Peace.